All right, Joey, congratulations on the win. What does it mean, you guys, to pick up a statement win like this one?
Yeah, I feel like now after South Carolina and now this game, I mean, we've played so many top 25 opponents, and to get that win away from home in South Carolina was huge, and we knew tonight was going to be a turning point. We believed it the whole way through, so it means that the tides are turning.
We talked after the last home match with other players and coach about intensity. So what has the change been from an intensity level since the last home match?
Yeah, I think we have an identity of going forward and playing a brand of football that's very entertaining, very possession-based. But I think sometimes we've lost the other side of that, and we're focusing on clean sheets, and we're focusing on being together as a unit the whole 90 minutes. And I think that's the biggest change.
Well, you really pounced on them there in the first 20. You got that third goal there. Take us through that goal. What was that? What were you seeing there?
Yeah, so I was playing the 8 today, and I usually let Clarence go out and do whatever Clarence does. He's always producing, and I'm right there top of the box countermeasures, and the ball popped out, and just a bunch of good habits piled up, and then I got to focus on the finish in that moment. And man, it's never too late to score a goal. That's how I feel.
What's it like to have a player like Clarence to be able to dish you the ball like that? Because he has half the team's assists right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's been unreal. He's developed a voice within the team. He's a real leader on the ball and just in the locker room. And I mean, every time he touches the ball, I just feel comfortable, and he can get it to me or he can go straight to goal.
It's been one thing, of course, to put up those 3 goals, but then you also have a clean sheet there as well. Just what were we seeing as far as defense? Because you managed to limit them to like no shots on goal until pretty late.
Yeah. So I mean, Wambi has saved us time and time again, and I think the week leading up to this and the week leading into South Carolina, we focus on clean sheets. It's a mentality. I was saying that the whole game. Clean sheets is a mentality, so we focus on that. If one white shirt got beat, they'd see another white shirt right there. So that's been the biggest change on that.
So something I wanted to highlight from Lilian throughout the whole game is the intensity up at the high line, up into the defense.
Yeah.
What does it mean when your forward is just pressing up on the high line? What does it mean for the whole team as far as intensity-wise?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about building pressure all the time. So we sit, like if we're sat in the middle third and they have good possession and they're swinging the ball, Lilian is just waiting to pounce on the right time when it's swinging back to build that pressure. And he's been working so hard, and he's new. I don't know how he did in the interview just now. I'm sure he did great, but he's still, his primary language is French, and for him to now understand our pressing system, it's huge for us because he's a hard worker and he always gets after it.
Kind of speaking about that pressure, you put it on him real early there, like getting a shot on goal in the first 20 seconds, those 3 goals in the first half.
Yeah.
How important is it to get that pressure early?
So much momentum comes from those moments. I mean, I think actually in the second half we also could have gone 5-0 up against a top 25 team. I mean, this team has conceded, I think, 6 goals before us. That's to my knowledge. I don't know if I have that right, but they're known for not letting teams build that momentum. And for us to get that tonight against them at home with our fans, it's huge, and it's the tides are shifting.
What would you say is the difference between the team between now and the last home match? Like the biggest difference, aside from the intensity?
Yeah, the biggest difference. I think we've come together outside, and we've had a lot of players step up in just meetings. And I always say that it's the little things, and sometimes we forget about it. It's the coaches talking to us. Sometimes it's not the players talking to each other. You've had players like Clarence, Gwen, Lilian speaking up. Lilian came up to me today he went to everyone and just gave them a high five out of nowhere. And I mean, those little changes, just the morale that we feel, it's just increased so much because of those little things.
And wins like this just kind of help boost it up even more.
Yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna enjoy the night and recover for the next game, because we got one on Tuesday and then one on the next weekend, so we got to keep building this momentum.
What does it mean to you to be able, because you had your struggles against top 25 teams over the course, what's it like to get that statement win now?
I think we've been knocking on the door. I don't think any other top 25 team has actually done significantly better than us in a game. I actually think we've been one of the teams that even though we've played better, we haven't got the result, and to get the result tonight, it's a great feeling.
You talked about Tuesday, you get to honor the seniors on Tuesday with Bradley coming to town. Just how do you keep the momentum from this game going forward as you now honor the seniors?
Yeah, we're going to stick together through it all. We're going to stick together. We're going to get around our seniors, the guys who, there is no culture without our guys who have been here for a longer period of time. and just I think these few days following into Tuesday, as much as we can do to honor them and let them know that the reason that we have this culture and the reason that we're turning it around right now is because they're here and they can show us the way, and they have.
You mentioned it earlier. You want to play entertaining, keep possession. You're as a midfielder. How does it feel to have the ball in your possession many times during the game and actually just create what you feel like?
Yeah.
How does it feel?
So it's entertaining for you guys, but out there for us, it's so fun. And I mean, when I got subbed off, I was just thinking, I told Jordan, I was like, I'd hate to be a 9 playing against us because our center backs can step through. We're always finding the free man. And to be I've played in teams that don't keep the ball. And I can do that, and it's very fun, but to work just as hard and keep the ball and be able to have our mentality built off of clean sheets and to go forward, that's a winning formula. So it feels great.
Lilian, congratulations on the win. Just talk to me about getting that goal for you there to get you on the board.
How I scored the goal?
Take us through that goal. Like, what was it like for you scoring that goal?
No, that's cool. That's cool. Really. Oh my days. No. To be honest, it's a good goal. Clarence gave me a superb ball. So after I just score, I shoot and I score. So it's nice for the team. I scored the 1-0. So it's good.
Talk to me about working with Clarence, because he has half the team's assists this season.
Yeah.
He's been really good at dishing them out for you guys.
Yeah, he's an important player. So if he continue to play like that, I think he can be drafted. So it's good for him.
Coach was talking to us about the intensity of the team. What was it like for you since the last home match as far as intensity with this team? Have you guys maybe improved on that?
No, because we need to do more, because we don't win a game for a long day. So, but the intensity on the game is important. So every player do that, and we see the
Yeah, it's all right.
yeah. We see the we better on the team. We better on the field, so it's better for us.
Do you feel like you guys play with confidence tonight?
Yeah. The last game against
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina, MSOC it's important because we win 2-0. So when we go on the field, we are really confident, and I think every player see that on the field. So it's good for us.
You had to play some really tough opponents before coming into this, and how good is it to get a win over one of them now? Real statement win for you guys.
Can you repeat, please?
What was it? You faced a lot of top 25 teams so far this season.
Yeah.
You finally get a win now, a statement win for you guys.
Yeah.
What's it like to finally get one?
No, that's important, because every time we lose, but it's just details, and now we win the game. So, and we win with 3-0. So only one team on the field on this game, so it's good. It's really good for us, and we need to continue like that. And I think now we're on the top 15, so 50. So
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
top
it's
15
good.
win. Yeah.
So it's good.
What's the difference, would you say, between the team now versus the last home match?
Confidence. Just confidence. I think, yeah, because every player is the same. So just play with confidence and yeah, and score a goal. Score goal. It's important. And against West Virginia, we don't score. So it's good for us.
How important is it now with this match to establish momentum going forward? How important is this match to establish momentum for you guys as you go forward in conference play?
I don't understand the question.
How important was this match for you guys as you now move forward, establish momentum, like, keep on winning,
Yeah, it's important because now we see we can beat a top 15, and with 3-0, so we are so much better than him on this game. So we just keep this confidence and play every game like this, and we win every game, I think. So.
What brought you to UCF, by the way? What brought you to UCF? Why did you come to UCF?
Because I want to have a new challenge. So I just talked with the coach, and I'm in Florida. good weather, big changement in my life. I want that, so I'm happy. My English is a little bit better, so it's good, and yeah, I'm really happy here, and I want to continue like that.
Has it lived up to the challenge?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, awesome. What do you want to see the team do as you now honor the seniors next time? What does it mean to be able to honor the seniors next match?
Repeat, please.
We have senior night coming up on Tuesday. What does that mean to you to be able to help honor the seniors?
Seniors. Score a goal. Just score a goal.
Congratulations on the win, Lilian.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. Huge statement win for you guys today. Just what were you seeing out there?
Great start. What we wanted. Great intensity, concentration, and some of the play out there in terms of our ability to possess the ball, control the game, was very good from the group. I mean, excellent performance overall, especially that first half where we really created some great chances, scored 3 goals really quickly. So really just proud of the group. I think they performed excellent today. Clearly now we've got a little bit of confidence, got some confidence coming off the South Carolina win where I also thought we played well. And then tonight again, really good result, important conference result. A team that has a really strong RPI, so I think that's really helpful. So yeah, we just gotta keep going.
I remember talking about intensity with you after the last home match you guys had.
Yeah.
How you feel like the team has responded since then with that particular?
Yeah, I think when we demand in training a certain level of intensity from ourselves, then it becomes a habit, and then when you come out and it's game day, you don't have to go and search for it, right? It's more what's expected. So I think the way we trained this week, I think that sets us up to be good tonight, and we have to do it again, right? We don't have a big turnaround to the next game, but whenever we step on the field, whether it's some of these sessions will be shorter, but we have concentration, we have intensity, and I think that carries on to the field.
I remember it's not just about like intensity and offense, getting out to that 3-0 lead, but then you also had to defend that, and for a while there was no shots on goal for quite a little bit. I think it took them a while before they even got one. So like, what were you seeing there on defense? What really worked for them today?
Yeah, I think we had a good plan to start with in terms of how we were going to meet them, and they changed after the third goal, maybe even after the second goal, but they adjusted to us a little bit. They started to get more control of the game, and so we didn't have the ball as much after the 3-goal lead, but I thought we did a good job controlling them. Then a couple times they got around us, but overall I feel like for the most part I think we have a good idea of how we need to defend in a mid-block. Probably could have went and found more moments to press them higher on the field, but yeah, we limited them in the back line. The back line's obviously crucial to that, but it's all 11 players that have to defend. But the back line did a really good job tonight.
You've had several different goal scorers this season, but quite a commonality amongst a lot of them is they had Clarence out or there on the assists. So he first got there last game, but he retained it this game. He's got half of the team's assists over the course of this season. So what's the Clarence? What have you seen Clarence like on the field this season? What's kind of been working with him with it?
Well, I think Clarence's role has changed through the years, and I think where Clarence has developed as a player is in that little 10 position that we play him in now, and he finds spaces between the lines. He's really good to get the ball on the turn, and when he does, he's got players running for him, and he's got the quality. He's got the quality to turn and face forward, and then to find those players. So it's so important that your midfield players are able to face forward. It's so important that your midfield players are able to find those runs in behind. I thought we did a good job actually in this game, challenging balls in behind them.
Aside from intensity, and maybe this contributed to the intensity, but what's the difference in this team between the last home match and after that?
I mean, clearly intensity and our attitude towards the game is part of it, but I also think there's a little bit more connection between the players. And I think better understanding has been developed in these last couple weeks. And I think you saw that, especially in that first half when we had a lot of possession and we're able to march the ball down the field the way that we did. So, and I think that comes with playing together. I think it comes with some good training sessions where we've hit on some of these ideas, and now they're starting to produce them.
With everything you guys have done against top 25 opponents, I mean 0-4-1 coming into the night, what does it mean to you to get to pick up this win, arguably your hugest statement win of the season this far?
Yeah, no, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal, and I think you play all these teams in the first half of the season and you suffer. We suffered a lot, but we're used to playing against high-level opponents, and that's important because our conference is full of them. And now I think we're starting to get a little bit more cohesiveness and some grit where we can see these games out and get the results that we need.
Catching up of that last question, very important win against the top 25 team. Then last game, first win on the road. So
yeah,
very important wins. So what has clicked on these past two games in order to overcome, getting that first win on the road, now first win against a ranked opponent? What has clicked now?
I think first and foremost it's the group and the guys and their attitude towards the game, their work and training, and I think that leaves you prepared for these games. The games are important. We know it, right? There's points that are going to go towards potential conference championship. So now we've put 6 points on the board, and those are important. We're kind of in that part of the season where now we have a table we need to think about. So I just think the guys' attitude and just their energy, the way they show up, has been so good.
Coach, could you talk about that pressure that you got real early in the game? I mean, you got a shot on goal in the first 20 seconds of the game, even though it wasn't a goal. How important is it to get that pressure early?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly helps when you score early. It certainly helps when you take control of the game early. We're at home, so I think we should. We have a little bit of confidence now from South Carolina. Now you build on that in this game, but again, I think you come out and you play the style of play that we want to play, but it's just their attitude and their effort, their willingness to work, their intensity, their discipline, all those things. Those to me are what is setting us up for our performances, without question.
You got Bradley coming to town on Tuesday for senior night. How do you keep the momentum going for this one so you can keep it going and not, get complacent?
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any complacency. I think now that the missing piece for our team had been a little bit of belief and confidence, and now I think, okay, we're seeing this confidence build. We're seeing this belief build, and so I think we have a team that has ambition. Now they believe that the things that we want to achieve are possible, and then we have to keep going. We have to show up with the right energy for that game. I do not think we'll be complacent come Tuesday. I think we're going to show up and we're going to perform at a high level.
You saw that you saw that confidence tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could just tell the energy in the group has been getting better. So it started prior to South Carolina. It started with how we trained that week, and we talked about it. We talked about, in order to have the right to show up and feel like we're prepared and feel like we have confidence in the game, we have to train a certain way. And we did that going into South Carolina. I think we did that again, right? And then we'll have 1 or 2 days of preparation, and we're going to need to do it again. And that's going to build towards these performances in games. And we just need to continue to show up and put that energy and effort and concentration in. and we'll have these performances. So
One more, Coach.
Guess you can say you really turned the page then. Like the way you talked about that, it seems like you really were able to turn the page from the early season struggles to get to this point. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I think so, and I think those are important lessons, right? They don't always feel good in the moment when you're facing that kind of adversity, and but a lot of those lessons that we learned against these teams earlier in the season, I think you're seeing some of the fruits of that right now, and that playing against these tough opponents prepares you now. We play against a top 25 opponent. That's completely normal. That's what we do, right? And now we're able to take the lessons we've learned, improve our performances, and now we're able to get a result, right?
Awesome. Congratulations.